First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach 100% truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and to the elect. It's your brother Ra'aya, back with another video. And yeah, y'all, things are getting pretty hectic. I just kind of wanted to go through this second Esdras, chapter 5. And this is in a Good News translation. And I'm gonna start reading it, then I'm gonna show you a couple of different videos that kind of, that coincide with the same thing that it's saying in the scriptures. This is second Esdras chapter 5 verse 1. But these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in the grip of great confusion, right? The way of truth will be hidden, and no faith will be left in the land. Now, this is going to happen when the Lord causes the tongue to cleave to the roof of the mouth of the prophets that he has sent out here to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, aka America, and to prophesy the deliverance of Israel from out of this place, and the slavery that the rest of the other nations are going to be put into, and the destroying of this place. So this hasn't fully happened yet, but it's on its way. But let me go back from the beginning. It says, but these are the signs. The time will come when all people on earth will be in the grip of great confusion. Now, we're almost getting to this point where everybody's kind of like, what in the hell is going on? People, they don't know what's going on out here. I've been watching these TikTok videos and people is just out of their mind. Let me keep reading a little bit. And I might do this in parts because this might be a longer video. It says, wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be. Right? Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be. Now, people in these videos that I'm about to show you are saying this very thing. They're saying, man, it's getting worse and worse, and it don't seem like it's getting no better. But that's what the scriptures say, All right, and it says, verse 3 says, the country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins. What country we know that's ruling the world right now, aka Babylon the Great, aka America? The country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins with no inhabitant or traveler there, because it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles and by the chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, aka the UFOs. After that, if Yahweh the Most High lets you live long enough, you will see that country in confusion, right? The country is already going into confusion. And what's a part of Babylon? Confusion, right? Babel means to confuse. And Babylon the Great is going to be a place of confusion. It's already a place of confusion, but it's about to be in full confusion. In a little bit, let's play some of this video.
In my opinion, all the signs are showing that things are going to get worse. I don't get on here to fearmonger, but I also can't get on here and like sugarcoat or hold your hands. I feel like we over celebrate the W's we've gotten this year as a coping mechanism to help us sit with the L's that are still very much in front of us. ICE is still going around the country attacking people. I just saw the video of them in Minneapolis literally climbing ladders to arrest immigrants that are on the roof, trying to not be attacked by these motherfuckers. We've heard about ICE not being able to pass the physical tests or any of the requirements that a normal federal agent would have to pass. They're just hiring random racists. I just watched Representative Jim Himes say that the video he saw of the double tap on the drug posts on September 2nd was one of the worst videos.
So he was talking about how ICE is going around and they're still attacking Northern Kingdom and they're attacking Southern Kingdom. But everybody seemed, because how news works here in Babylon the Great, something worse keeps popping up to to kind of make you forget about the last worst thing that just happened, which kind of correlates with the second verse that it says in Second Esdras 5. Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be. And it just keeps going and keeps going. It's not going to stop until it gets to its peak. And then that's when Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh going to send his son Yahweh Shai down to save the remnant, the third, the elect of his people, right? So, along with the 144,000. Now it says in verse 4, after that, if Yahweh Most High lets you live long enough, you will see that country in confusion. Now let's see what he says.
He's ever seen. I want to unpack what's happening with the drug boats a little bit more. So if you haven't heard already, when somebody's shipwrecked because you already hit them once with the missile, it is a war crime to strike them again. They're shipwrecked.
All right, so you heard that, right? Now, let me see. Let me see, where is it at? Matter of fact, it's coming up in verse 6, I believe. No, yeah, verse 6. So I'm gonna start up here with the answer to this in verse 6. So in verse 4 it says, after that, if Yahweh the Most High lets you live long enough, you will see that country in confusion, right? The sun will suddenly start shining at night, right? And the moon in the daytime. This is one thing that people have been speaking about. They're like, how is it that we keep seeing the moon in the daytime? Right? We see the moon. Don't the moon supposed to be for the night? We keep seeing the moon in the daytime. And me personally, I've seen it. That was one thing I was bringing up to people. Like, hey, you see what's going on here? They didn't really have an answer for it, but of course, I knew what was going on because the scriptures must be fulfilled. We were in that time. We were in the 12th part, meaning we're at the end of this thing. So the sun will suddenly start shining at night and the moon in the daytime. Blood will drip from trees. I'm not sure if I've seen this yet. But stones will speak. Nations will be in confusion, right? Because these nations are in confusion. If you look around the world, everything is going crazy right now. Whether it's Great Britain, almost everywhere else in the world is going up in chaos right now. Nations will be in confusion. The movement of the stars will be changed. And that's what's been going on. People have been seeing the 3-eye atlas, and they've been seeing these strange things happening in the sky and all of this. They seeing the stars, the formations of the stars are starting to be different, that they're starting to align and all these different things. And they it's funny because they calling it anomalies and all this. It's like, yeah, they it's lucky. Yeah, they are. But the thing is, it's like, these are the signs that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah said that he was going to set on the earth mainly for us, for his elect, to see that these things were going to see what times we're in, that we're at the end of this thing. And so let's go to verse 6. A king unwanted by anyone will begin to rule, and the birds will fly away. Now look, this is one of those kings. We know that's Babylon. That's Donald, DJT, aka Donald Trump. But
They're in the middle of the ocean. They're incapacitated. They're no longer a threat. And
because
apparently,
everybody has a problem with this man right now. He's causing all types of craziness. Look, all throughout the news, if you look at the different newscapes and stuff, they are all speaking about how this man is unjustly ruling. The Epstein files, all this other stuff that's going on, right? So, hey, the Lord say he gonna put this place Egyptian. He gonna give the hands of Egyptian over to a cruel Lord, and that's DJT, aka Nero 17, right? But this is the first part, y'all. I'm gonna move on to the second part.